Today's adventure sees the exploration of part of the famous Great Flat Lode. Following the trails, we end up at the historic mining port of Portreath before returning home via an old mining tram road back to Redruth. Hi everybody, for a long time now I've wanted to put up a load of old VHS videos that my dad recorded over the years around Cornwall. Now, my dad passed away when he was 58, so he was very young, and that kind of prompted me to think about this adventure. I'm going to call it an adventure because it's exploring all of his tapes and then cycling with my bikes, a number of bikes, road bikes, gravel bikes, touring bikes, whatever, to the places that he recorded, hoping to bring you folks on the way as well, exploring a little bit of Cornish history, Cornish locations, Cornish traditions as well. Now, I don't know how this is going to play out. I haven't really thought about it a great deal. The second part that prompted me was that when Dad died, he was 58. I became 58 this year, so I get through that barrier. It was a big mental barrier, you know, health-wise. My dad enjoyed life, shall I say that? You know, he liked cheese, he liked whiskies, and obviously as part of that generation they smoked quite heavily. So this is all about, you know, trying to get through that mental barrier of being 58. Now, I've got 2 more weeks and I'm through that barrier. I'll become 59 in March, so hopefully we can, you know, then carry on filming and taking, you know, the videos that he created as a memory to him, but also, you know, a bit of exciting times to show on YouTube. The idea is, I said, you know, go off, video some stuff and then insert some of his clips. You know, we've got stuff from Padstow, the old Hobbyhouse shows, lots of stuff that he got into probably 20 or 30 years ago now, and we can then just kind of have fun going to those places and then showing what he did as a celebration. I grew up here. This is part of an area around Cornwall, which I'll show you in a minute. My dad grew up here. I was born here. My grandparents were kind of born close, but they grew up in the village as well. So there's a lot of history with me around this area. It's very special, the old Cornish mining area. So I want to show you some of that. Now, that won't be in today's video. Today was just a good day to get out and be brave and start the filming. So just to give you a bit of a background, so that is Cornwall, a monument to one of the wealthiest miners of the times. They owned most of the mines around here, extracting tin and copper and various other bits and pieces. And all the buildings you can see here and over here, and obviously the bits I'm standing by now, are all part of that kind of historic mine workings. And the idea is to capture some of those, show you some of these as well, explain what they do, but that'll be another video. And that's the village I grew up in. That's called Carnwall. Some of the ideas I've got coming up are to pick up on some of the myths, like Tristan and Isolde. There was a big King Arthur story. There are various places in Cornwall that relate to all of that. We've got Tintagel, we've got Dosmarie Pool, so we'll cycle to those places, capture some of the content, and then tell you a bit of the story and a bit about the cycling to those places and how that's going as well, because that is obviously a big part of this as well, is enjoying cycling and enjoying Cornwall. I had some difficulty with the wind and my camera throughout this video, and I apologise for that. However, these next few clips were bad, and I mean bad. So to cover this off, I'm having to put in this voiceover segment. The view you see here is from the top of Cornwall, which is a large granite hill just outside of Redruth here in Cornwall. The hill has great views along the north coast, and on good days like this one, you can see to St Ives in the southwest and up to St Agnes in the northwest. On this rocky promontory sits two large structures. The first, the castle, is called a castle, but in fact was built in the 14th century, but was later remodelled in the 18th century as a hunting lodge in the style of a castle for the Bassett family. The second, and much more visible, is the monument, a very tall structure celebrating the life and death of Francis Bassett, the local businessman and mine owner. first half of the ride. We're now in Portreath. As I said earlier, I think we'll do a little bit more videoing later of Portreath, but basically this was the port where over here the tin was taken out on the boats, plus coal was brought in from the north. So it's a kind of an exchange route out. There were railway lines all over the place, which some of them we were riding today, but I'll go into that in more detail in another video. Just to say we're at Portreath now. Very popular in the summer, obviously not so popular for sitting on the beach today, although it's a lovely day. So that's it, folks, done for the day. 25-ish miles. Beautiful riding, a bit breezy, but yeah, so thank you very much for watching. Thank you for listening to my mumblings, really, my first video, so I don't know if this was what people wanted to see or not, but if you do have any comments, please put them in the comment section below. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching, and I hope I will see you next time.